today was absolutely beyond my wildest expectations. I know
You're welcome.
everyone in this circle right here, including those that were not able to make it today, put in so much effort over the many weeks, starting from an idea and a need by our civilian populace, needing purpose and a place to not only congregate, but have the, at least for a moment, the feeling that they could have a destiny that they themselves could write. Now, as a part of this beta test, we had more people come through here than I would have ever expected. I want to say that about 30 minutes in, I think there might have been like 60 to 80 people. And almost instantly those stalls were taken up. And the crazy thing is, when I sort of think about it, is all of it was done through just manual labor. We don't got any sign-ins, right? We don't got no, like, even place for people to keep their things. But despite all of that, not only was the interest there, but the entire time, the place was safe. Outside of the little test run, pretend, I came in to test security by pretending I was a thief. Amazing response with that. Carmine, Gage, and company. But nobody came in here and, like, caused a ruckus. Now, obviously, that might change down the line, right? All good, all good things in San Andreas usually catch on fire, but that's to be expected. But I want to
kind of too. Thank God.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, unless she's here hiding.
And don't jinx it.
Yeah. I want to sort of use this opportunity to go around the circle and tell me how things went. And let's give everyone like about 2 minutes, how things went, how things could be better, and then we're going to circle on to the bigger things. So that the idea here is we want to do maybe another beta test this Saturday, and we want to iterate not only in the website, but maybe how we do things. And all of this stuff is going to be driven towards future construction. So let's start on the very left.
Where's the very low?
Starting with you. Yep.
All right, I'm Winslow. I got to tackle fella today. It was great. So let's do it.
That's what I'm talking about, Winslow.
Hell
What do you
yeah.
think?
Hell yeah.
Right,
Alright.
always well put, Winslow. That's awesome. Listen, something's got to be done about parking. That the incident today is just going to keep happening. Like, whether it's intentional or not, malice or not, like, we got to come up with a shuttle system from the college or just something, get people parked up and not cars blown up.
Right.
Okay, I'm Winslow. I been working here for.
Winslow, you already had
Winslow,
you had your
I
moment.
did.
Winslow. We're moving on. One thing I've noticed, I'm gonna say it's probably a big glaring issue that probably needs to be addressed. Is the flooring plan of this building, because the main floor is above ground level. Some weird things happen. My suggestion would be is to make the main floor where the majority of people are at the ground level, so there's no weird stuff happening. It's all contained, and then maybe
What do you mean by that?
people floating down. All the assets, cars, and items were floating down. They were seeping through the floor. It was weird.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
And then when you're down there, there are people that are down there that shouldn't be down there. It's I don't know. It might have been because there was a lot of people in here, even in the fishbowl. Like there were times where people were trying to talk to me, and I was in the bowl, but they thought I was standing below it by the door.
Yeah, that mainly happens like if you have like a clipboard out or a cup of coffee or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the floors up there, they're really wooden, really soft.
So
What are you trying to say, Gage?
So they wouldn't fall through here, right? They would fall through here to the storage area?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
the gun that the car that was on display, the one Boston brought in, it was there 1 minute. The next minute he's asking where the fuck his car is. I go downstairs and I see it right next to the storage containers.
Okay. So let me address the first one. Parking. I am gonna see if we can get the little ramp that goes down to a gate over at the end of the parking lot.
Yeah, I parked there.
I'm gonna see if we can open that up into parking space and have like maybe some kind of elevator or something that brings you back up. So that's number one. Number two, I'm also going to be seeing if we can get the locals to start driving up this way. I think in the interim, directing traffic onto the grass is probably the best option we have. The reason someone did suggest shuttles at one point, and the reason I'm sort of against shuttles is I think in principle it's a great idea, but in practice 70% of Los Santos has ADHD, and they're not gonna wait to park and then have a shuttle and all that, you know what I mean? So our customer base unfortunately is like I said, it ADHD.
Any barrier to entry is a barrier too much.
Precisely that. But I do think the parking area dedicated and trying to get the locals to stop driving up here and parking up here would be a great solution. So I'm going to be looking into that. In regards to what you mentioned, Carmine, Natalia can probably speak more to this, but we've been going through a lot of challenges with construction due to the size of this place and the openness of it. However, we are working with some of the state construction company to resolve some of these things. So you might find that this basic layout becomes a lot more structured in time, preventing that problem from happening again. But I don't think we'll get a solution for either of those things this Saturday, but in the coming weeks, we should. Anything else you want to bring up, Carmine? Like specifically around like mall security and all that?
Yeah, mall security just is. I don't know if this will be implemented soon or not, but will there be like a clock in, clock out function or something like that, or we're gonna keep running it like this?
Clock in, clock out system. So I'm gonna actually see if we can very early on get a clock in, clock out, like sooner than the bigger construction stuff. So clock in, clock out for security, clock in, clock out for vendors, and clock in, clock out for staff. So that way, when you are on duty here, you will get paid by the county. And then I also want the vendors to get paid as well from the county, because I believe that their services and them being here should be valued. So everyone from flower shop to the bigger places at least get a base payout. And
okay. And another thing, will there be like an armory, or once the KISS Act is pushed, will guards be outfitted with equipment they could use for the job?
That is going to come with construction.
Oh.
Sorry,
Take
Archie.
that, Archie.
Ouch.
Yep.
Oh.
I was giving that was meant to be a high five for writing the KISS Act. So yeah, Archie was one of the writers. He so I am now anything I talk about in regards to like future things, just try to keep it to yourself, specifically because I don't want to overexcite, and I don't want us to cyberpunk this place. You know what I mean? Because it may turn.
Yeah, I get it.
So I will tell you that I am hoping that we can get some sort of local gods that take weapons away when you enter through the gates of Kortz Center and the surrounding property, and that the mall security have non-lethal equipment that is unique to you guys. I've suggested things like pepper spray, rubber bullets, zip ties, that kind of stuff. So you can detain possibly knock out, but not incapacitate. Now, that scenario would also mean that we may have vandalism that leads to potential thieves knocking you out.
Hey.
Using equipment that they may find, scavenge, etc., from around the facility. So, yeah.
Another thing, what with the I mean, I know the area that we cover as security is very small, but what about like a blip system? Versus
Yes.
where each of us
We're
are.
looking. I know that the governor has. I ideally would like you guys to have your own dispatch system, your own little set of blips, and your own. You'll probably get your own dispatch calls.
Beautiful.
I want to expand on this. Right? Is
Not again.
hopefully let's see if
boy.
another one goes off. Jotsku, thank you for the gifted sub. Today people could in theory get held up, but they'll probably be like storage. There might be things that people may find a value here to steal, and there may be theft out of vendor storages that may be located around the property. So, but I'm not going to go too deep into that, but yes, you will get, you should have some set of tools. But I think more likely that's going to come when, the construction team comes through. All right.
Okay, that answers pretty much most of my questions, unless any other guards have any questions.
Wait, Tilly.
How
All right.
tall are you?
All right. Gage.
6'3".
6'3". You're 6'3". Wait, who's 6'3"? You speaking for yourself, Carmine?
Puzzle, we'll have this conversation later. Okay, we'll have.
That's
we'll
a
talk about
barrel
it
of
when I
shit.
have
How tall are you, Nino?
Average height.
It's a good height. It's a good height.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello, everyone. I am Gage, 12 Gage Gentleman. I have been informed that I am to blame for everything today, so I certainly apologize for taking so long to shoo the rat out of the security compartment up there. I apologize for Mr. Carmine calling me a rat right afterwards. I apologize for the cars blowing up, and I most especially apologize for today being a smashing success. All my fault. I'm so sorry.
We love our accountable kings. Good character.
Accountability
Good
is my
character,
name.
Gage.
Genau.
Okay.
On the suggestion side, I would just say I do feel like the locking of the doors is going to become a little bit troublesome. We really just left the fishbowl kind of unlocked today so we could get in and out. We may run into some problems if we are limited on the number of staff that have access to lock and unlock the doors, but I do not know if that is part of the construction and...
it is.
Okay,
yeah,
wunderbar.
I think we're trying to find the best way to go about some of these things, given, and it's a brilliant solution having everyone can, like the first security door just opens and the next one's locked down. Hopefully we can get some locks to the downstairs one. But yeah, it's a limitation because putting too many people on the panel and having keys creates a challenge.
If we have it set up the same way DOC, the Bolingbrook does, where it's just a clock on, clock out feature, and that's how you get your keys, that'd be
Yes.
perfect.
I think it's going to be something like that down the line. I think one thing that's an open question is whether, that will be resolved in the coming weeks. All right.
I apologize for that as well. Definitely.
No, hey, you don't got to apologize.
blame.
Gage, you've been fantastic. All right.
Tell him
Uh,
that
yep,
the only
I'm-
reason you've been fantastic is because of me.
It was all Mr. Carmine.
Oh, Gage, you don't have to. It's fine.
He taught me
It's
everything
fine.
I
It's
everything I
okay.
know and everything I
Oh.
don't know.
You flatter me. Thank you, Gage.
That is all for me. Thank you.
okay. Tweety.
I would just say the same thing that
Could you yell, please?
oh, sorry. I would say the same thing with the ATM machines. That's all. I think because I was like,
True.
couple people asking where the ATM was, and I think I'm not sure like if it would be inside here or just like one outside. Like
That's
the
a
portable one.
really good idea, having them outside. Yes, yes. I think having 2 of them outside
The
would be really
portable
good.
one in the, one of those column, for example. That would be perfect to have. So people, for now, that like everything is cash until like if we were going to, have
Like a register system or whatever.
sure, which I'm
Okay.
pretty sure like
Yep.
it's gonna happen.
I'm going to add that to the short list. I'm going to see if I can get some of these short list items like in advance of the more advanced things. 'Cause some of them may be like quicker turnaround. That might also be something that security is going to need to keep an eye on because might be something people might try to break into. You know what I mean?
Right.
Okay. Anything else?
I would say also like if there would be a stash maybe for people who would bring their items instead of like they could put it in their stash, or like I'm not sure if it would be safe would be a better idea, or something that like you can change the passcode, for example, like
Yeah.
temporarily passcode for them so they can put their items in there so they feel a little bit safe wise. But that's just
I agree. We did contemplate doing something along those lines, and maybe we can shoehorn something for Saturday, where staff might be able to hold on to some amount of their stuff. The only issue is, I worry about the accountability of their inventory. Us losing something, they lose sight of what they've been given. But as a part of the bigger request, I'm aiming to get a couple like vendor assigned storage lockers on the outside of the facility. They may come with some cheap locks, which once again, some petty thieves might break into, but it would be a place where people could keep their items specifically for sale over here. While simultaneously, I think mall security would have, or our managers would have access to those storage things to make sure that people aren't using it for something dumb like storing guns.
yeah.
Yep. Love it. Okay. Anything
I
else?
was gonna give one more.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
know
please.
This is like very
Yep.
random. I wish that we could have like some sort of like a apron, and the reason why I say that for because earlier Jason and I we were having a discussion about this particular space right here, and we could have like all the food vendors to have like one person, almost like a waiter or waitresses, to be in the front with their aprons to show that like they're working as one of the food vendors,
Mm-hmm.
to like maybe they can get a seat here so they can like people dine here and eat, and then while they take their orders, for example, for the food vendors, so this area can be also used for that, because I
Okay.
noticed that nothing, like nobody sit here to eat obviously.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. That's okay. I'm gonna note that down. In regards to like food vendor spots, I'm gonna save that till the end. An idea I came up with. All right. Go ahead, Kevin.
That's all for now.
Awesome. Thank you so much, sweetie.
All right, so I took notes throughout the day, so I'll just read through some of my notes, and then if there's anything that stands out, we can kind of stop and talk about it.
Real quick, Michael, could we have a email like section opened up for feedback from the 13th, so that after this, if we can, anyone forgets or could re-add some of that feedback into there, and we can, just in case we miss it, and it'll be a good spot for, like, for example, Kevin to paste this as well in case I mistype.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, beautiful. Sorry, Kevin, go ahead.
Okay, so to start off, I think this format is really good. I think running the event from like 2 to 3 hours is good. I think 4 hours is probably too long for a full op. As things are currently, that could change in the future.
Agreed.
I think outside of these like main event hours, the Kortz Center running exclusively as a fulfillment center feels like the best use case for this space. And then on top of that, if vendors start to operate out of here more consistently, then us making allowances for that could be advantageous. That's general feedback. I wrote bank trips annoying. Basically, I was doing a lot of like buying and selling of car parts, and we weren't really. I wasn't really doing it with cash. I was going to the bank. It's tedious. An ATM could help with like the cash aspect to it. But if I wanted to have cash, let's say in the Kortz 3 account to make purchases throughout the week, the cash isn't as advantageous. I do know that we had plans and a vision around keeping the money here, and I don't know if that's still the intention. But if it isn't, being able to like conduct full bank transactions, not just withdraw
I
cash,
think that's a
might be cool.
really good idea. Like, I mean, it's so big that it is so big that it makes sense for us to have a bank here that has, or like maybe just the teller and not everything else, so people try to rob it every 2 hours type shit.
Yeah, I mean, I could see advantages to both sides of it.
Yep. Let me ask you. So, in regards to the car parts, what were there many people buying?
So Carmine bought like 200K worth of things.
Ooh,
I did do that.
hell yeah!
There were probably as many people selling as Carmine bought. I think I bought a little bit more than we sold today.
Okay.
And I think it's gonna be like that at least for the first few openings. I think eventually
Yeah.
it'll average out where we own most of the like surplus in the city.
Sure.
'Cause,
And we can
basically-
give some of these at discount to PD. So, which is I think going to be huge, right? Because they need
how
so
do
many.
we do that on the back end? Like,
Well,
with the paperwork.
that
Or do we
is
just push it as a
something-
normal sale?
Well, I've already kind of made a request with our intern, who's currently locked up in Bolingbrook. So that's how we're able to get him to do so much stuff so quick. We send an email, he goes to the Bolingbrook computer system and starts typing away or whatever those nerds do. But I've requested there to be a tag that we can make for LSPD, for BCSO, for like MOPEC, like mechanic shops, and like MOPEC sanitation, you know what I mean? So that if a PD person comes through, then they can then buy like it's pre-flagged. Like, think of it as like an attached coupon code. You know what I mean? So their account is set up to get like discounts. But there might be other safeguards too where they can't, buy more than a certain amount. What we're effectively doing is the PD already has a subsidization program. This streamlines it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But in the future, that could also streamline it. So, like, if there's a parts dealer here, the PD could get a discount, and then we, or we just donate it. You know what I mean? But we do have an output source, which is a good thing.
Is
being
there
the
a
PD.
way to like do manual discounts? So if a part is like
Yes.
not
Yep.
premier, not like super polished, we can give them some percentage discount based on
Yep.
how like rusted the part has become.
Yep, absolutely.
That is a manual transaction on the website.
Okay. Easy.
Yep.
Next-
And then you would just determine what the percentage off would be and just enter in the new price.
Okay, do we want to set like a rate collectively, or is it at the discretion of the person conducting the transaction?
Let's leave it. Oh my god, I
What the
thought it was
hell?
a jet.
Holy shit.
Hey!
Carmine invited me in.
Hey, how you
Oh
doing,
my
Brad?
God. County, Kyle
Mm.
Pratt.
The flying mayor, Blaine
Yeah.
Oh shit! Hold
Well,
on.
Blaine
Oh,
County.
shit!
Oh,
Oh shit!
Hey,
All right, we're good.
it's really
All
high.
right.
We're good. Is that
Holy,
Eagle?
Hello. It's Eagle.
holy fuck.
I killed Eagle's dad. Oh, that was Bobby's
That
dad.
was
He just
Bobby's
sounded a
dad.
lot like
God, you
Eagle.
motherfucker. That was a different guy. Yeah.
That was a different guy.
Holy fuck. Have you been on a trip with your jetpack around the world?
Yeah. I'm trying to see all 6 continents.
Oh, shit. All right.
How far are you going?
Aren't there 7 continents?
I'm still on the first.
God, I love America. It's so big.
Yeah, there's a lot to do. Well, you know, Australia is almost the size of America. It's 4 million square kilometers. I never knew that.
I feel like there's nothing there though. You got Sydney, and then what else?
It's a bunch of shit trying to kill you.
A dusty hellhole.
Hey, who's the nerd to your left there, Carmine? Who's that nerd guy?
Come on,
Oh,
Smoke.
I
Speak
got
up.
you. He's your nerd.
Yeah, I
Easy.
apologize. I am Slim, I'm sorry.
Hey, I didn't mean to interrupt. How you doing, Nino?
Hey, pretty good. You missed our
did not.
our beta test today. There was a shitload of people here.
Crazy.
I don't have anything.
It looks great. I'm
Yeah.
proud of you.
Yeah.
Thank
You know, we've been
I'll always support you.
You're welcome.
Hey, I
You're a great
appreciate that.
man.
Hey,
You need any-
think about
Now I
voting
need
for
some
me.
cigarettes.
No, I'm good on drinks, thank you. I gave you a pack of cigarettes, Kyle, Pred.
Oh, thank God.
Oh my God. You might want to check in and on your department today, by the way.
Oh, why? What
Yeah,
are they doing
you and the
now?
mayor got a
You
lot
want-
to
you want
talk
me- Hey, you
about.
guys want me to
Oh.
replace the sheriff real quick before this whole thing's over?
Can you fire Bones?
You know what?
I know he's not the sheriff anymore.
Let me get this out of here.
You know what? Let's talk afterwards.
All right. Hey, stop. Hey, what are you doing?
I'm gonna go park it up for you.
You're not qualified,
Yeah, you're right.
bitch.
All right.
So,
Okay. Kevin, do you want to continue? And Carmine,
yeah,
could
yeah.
you show him around if you don't mind?
Yep. Right this way, Mr. Mayor of the North.
All right, so next I got website stuff. One thing that would be super helpful, both
Yeah.
for customers and for the
I remember.
fulfillment side,
Me and Kevin used to be in the same gang.
ancient history.
Sorry.
Uh-oh.
Oh God.
It's the left stick. You gotta.
He's definitely not the Rocketeer.
So one thing that would
Good
be super
reference.
helpful
Mm.
is the ability to generate a shopping list. So instead of having to process one transaction at a time and to do like all the addition manually.
Yeah,
They
like
can
a
just kinda,
shopping
go
cart,
through-
right?
Yeah, shopping cart, go through,
Yes.
buy all this stuff. and
In the
then-
works. Coming soon.
Okay, easy. And then off of the like sales page or that like final checkout tab, if we're able to like copy the data straight from there, so just being able to grab state IDs, grab phone numbers, grab names. This way, when we're trying to like potentially bring data from, the phone to the kiosk at the bank to, keep everything kind of like tracked, it's simpler. And I'm not manually typing in state IDs that I might fuck up and potentially send $100,000 to the wrong person.
Mm.
Hasn't happened yet, but I could imagine thousands of transactions, dozens of people. This could happen.
Yeah, no, I accidentally used my personal account to send money yesterday, so I then transferred it to myself.
Yeah. So just being able to like grab data straight from there would be cool. Also, something I heard from a lot of people that I was working with was they don't feel like the feedback that they get when they confirm an order is prominent enough. It either doesn't happen or it happens sporadically. That could just be like the website being finicky or it isn't there. I'm not
Wait,
sure.
what's happening? Like, could you explain that
basically,
differently?
Yeah, so basically they try and let's say sell us a part, and then it doesn't confirm on their end, so they're just kind of like staring at the screen, kind of.
Oh, yeah.
If there was a way to confirm that order so that they could see visually, hey, this has happened. This way, I don't have to. I mean, I will still confirm it on my end, but them knowing is to our benefit overall, I think.
Yes.
I think there is a way.
Yeah, some people said they saw stuff, and then some people said they didn't. So I don't know if it's like a beta test.
I think
stuff.
it might have been a website thing because I had one person put in one order, got a confirmation. They put in a second order, didn't get a confirmation, and put in the same order like
Sorry.
3 times.
Just one sec.
Yeah.
Ready?
Nino.
Oh, hey.
know if you
Oh no, I gotta get a sewer stick for this.
Is this Margot?
Yeah, this is Margot. Hey.
Hey, Margot, how you doing?
Well, I'm about to perform a lobotomy.
Oh,
did you hear
okay.
anything about Tilly?
No, I know she's around, but I know she's always watching me, so I don't know what I'm actually looking out the windows right now.
I try to lure her out by insulting her on Twitter like those people do when they're in gang wars.
Yeah. She didn't respond?
No. Well, no, I gotta do it still.
Okay.
I tried one time, and then somebody
put out their engagement announcement immediately, so so I think it got buried.
Oh, well, that is a good way to know if she's around. If you talk shit to her, she will tweet back.
That's not bad now.
Okay, perfect.
Yep.
All right, I'll do that, and then I got this procedure to do, and then I might have another procedure to do, and then maybe some other stuff. And
Okay.
Yeah, thanks.
All right. Thank you. You take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye. All right.
Okay, 2 more pieces for website stuff. When you complete an order, if we were able to or maybe not even complete an order, you know how when you go to the page that shows
Hey,
you
Maeve,
kinda
come
all the
to
orders
Kortz
that
Center.
happened.
Oh,
Right. See you in a bit.
I will be there shortly. Yeah.
Or the transactions rather.
Yeah.
That field appears if we were able to click off of and/or press escape on our phones to minimize that tab or to exit out of that tab. Very small quality of life thing, but over hundreds of thousands of transactions, it's going to save a lot of human life, I think.
Okay.
Last piece of website feedback. So it ties into the logistics here. So Michael and I talked about this earlier, and he's working on getting a bunch more storage for all the different components. There's a map for it already. It would be cool potentially if we can have a corresponding field in the backend inventory tracking so that those boxes downstairs correspond to a section on that product's information on the website for us to see. So for example, box A1 has the car parts for transmissions.
Oh, yes.
We'll see that field when I go onto the website and look at that specific part so I know where to go. And then
I love it. I think by default it should say unset, right? Yeah. Something like that. So, and then if we specifically label it, boom, boom. That's a great idea.
And it's one of those things that only has to happen once, and then once it's labeled, it's kind of there, and then we can kind of cross-reference website inventory with actual inventory versus what's been lost versus what's coming in. It just cleans up the system quite a bit because right now there's realistically no way for somebody to cross-reference what's downstairs with what's on the website
without looking at the map, really. And even then,
I just put stuff in random places. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I get it.
Yeah.
I always think that there should be a dump.
Yeah, 100%.
You know,
on the day there's a just big crate. We throw everything in. At the end of that day, somebody sorts it out.
Agreed.
We just
Everyone
designate
loves
a
a good
shipping
dump.
container.
That's kind of what I did today because I didn't have time to just run around in circles down there. So
yeah,
that's I think we'll dezgnate one of the shipping containers for that exactly, and then end of shift someone can come in and organize.
Yeah.
Okay, easy peasy. All right, next point. We've talked about this before, but I think seeing how things have gone today and just sort of forecasting out what the flow of things coming into this particular place is going to be over the next 3 to 6 months. I think if we can somehow get the product fridges / the ability to repolish things and to fix them, recharge them, whatever.
I like that a lot. I do.
I think all the logistics and the economics of this just makes more sense in that way. We could set the prices for the city for a lot of the different things, and then we don't have the downside of holding it. But us holding it is just it's logical versus the general population holding things.
That does make sense. You're getting rid of old shit. I think similarly, if we have a way to grind something like an engine and just get rid of it. You know what I mean? Turn it into scrap or something.
If we had more efficient scrapping tools downstairs, we could pay for it, right? You know what I'm saying? We got a big budget.
Yeah, I think right now, in terms of polishing, there's probably going to be a massive economical consideration that will probably prevent us from getting something like that. But the county eating losses on things breaking, I'm not too worried about at the moment. It does mean that economically, the Kortz Center is likely going to be running net negative in general, but I see that as the cost of subsidy, right? Or the cost of giving civilians,
I'm thinking about this from the perspective of a buyer, right? let's say you're trying to like upgrade your car parts and you want everything to kind of like be at a certain standard so
True.
that you know when you drive off the lot you're happy with the money that you spent. Yeah, sure, we could do the discount thing where somebody saves 10, 20, 30%. They feel like they got a deal, kind of. But I think there's just a better feeling for these people if you come in, you buy something, it's freshly polished. Yeah, sure, we're at the top of the market. We're setting the market rate or whatever, but you're spending like $200,000, $300,000 at a time for these upgrades. And then as far as like the broader like economic downstream effects throughout the rest of the city, I think we're just gonna own that market because we can operate at a loss anyways. It's just a quality of life thing. It's not like we're net competing with people because we're working with them to buy all their surplus anyways.
That is a really good point. And because we're selling above market price anyways, it's not like we're taking all their value proposition.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna note that down.
Okay, next point. And this was the last point. Somebody said something about like, actually 2 more points. One was on car parts. On the website, we were buying car parts at like 150 a pop, I think, and then we were selling them for less. Is that a way to factor in for a subsidy, or is that like a mistake?
Wait, run it back.
So to make a car part is $140 at the current material rate, right? We're buying them from the general population at $150. So there's a $10 difference between what it costs to produce versus what we're buying it. But then when we sell it, we're selling it for less. So effectively,
that's a mistake.
Okay,
it should be flip flopped. I spoke with the intern about this. We got some additional language put in. I'll correct that one, Kev.
Oh, beautiful.
Because we could just flip it up. Like you could do it, I could do it. Okay,
I got it, man.
Yeah, what you described sounds like communism, and we do not like communism.
Well, I know we do run the subsidy
we are
through, like MOPEC.
I mean, we are. I mean, this is actually socialism at play, Kortz Center. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not exactly. It's more like. Anyways, we won't get into that topic. We can talk politics afterwards.
Please no.
The last point that I have on the list is production. Somebody was talking to me about materials and how we weren't potentially buying materials because we had a surplus. I don't know if that's still the case because I did see an order come in where somebody did buy a bunch of materials. Now, I know that we talked about getting workbenches. It feels like there's room to like upscale production and to like do things on a semi-consistent basis. So that there's sort of an outlet for the materials. I just don't know what it's going to be like from the buyer POV, but imagine you come here, you buy lockpicks. Okay, we could just make them here. You want to buy car parts, we make them here, et cetera, et cetera. So there's like one more outlet if people didn't want to participate in the like the buying and selling aspect of those things. We just have the ability here. A thing to think about. I just don't know who would run it and who would sit there and do all that, or maybe it's on the person who accepts the orders to just go and produce the thing. And in that context, then there's this whole like all these blueprints kind of have like an intrinsic value, sometimes a value pretty high. For example, a lockpick blueprint.
Someone did mention that today, that there's a lot of things available in the city that can be manufactured, and a lot of people apparently want those things, but everyone's lazy to do it. Yeah. I got recommended like RC cars and like all kinds of shit. And I definitely think those are things that we should explore. Because once again, we create a market for it. We start selling RC cars out of here. Then that encourages someone starting their own little DigiDen. You know what I mean? And they ultimately end up taking over. Okay. I'm gonna
maybe just have the convenience factor of like the option to buy, because right now it's not even an option for most people.
Absolutely. I like that a lot.
Yeah. That's all I have right now.
Okay. Natalia?
I was really excited to see everybody here. How excited they were.
Yeah.
That was great.
Yeah. It was.
I don't really have a lot of feedback. What I can do, it won't do a whole lot, but what I can do is I can put barriers in front of the stairs down here. just to kind of keep people from going up there. It won't stop people, but it's worth putting down there anyway.
I don't mind them going up. Was there like a tech reason or just like a security concern?
Carmine.
Oh, I think, you know,
Harry and Luciano went up into the fishbowl. That was the situation.
the fishbowl. You know,
Let's talk about upstairs too. Carmine was telling people not to go all the way upstairs.
Yeah,
thought
what
that too.
What I was doing, I was trying to situate everyone in one area, not having them roaming around the place, door exploring. You know.
I think I don't think we need to do that because you know, if they do it, you know, it gives you know, something for these boys to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fair. Okay.
Yeah, I prefer rather than like hard walls, like a line drawn in the sand. I prefer that. You know, the option is there, and if they do it, we're there to react.
Well, yeah, it's like the berries I have on the stairs up here, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like that,
pretty much.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Good idea.
Yeah.
Okay. Hell yeah. I agree with you. It was so cool to see, like, the reaction. Like, it was... I think, if anything, it showed how much people want something like this. You know what I mean? And I think, if anything... I know there was, like, a news reporter here. If we had a tape of just that, you know, those first 30 minutes or whatever, I think that alone is a sales pitch to construction. Like, boom, look at this. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Michael? Oh, you gotta
Wake up, brother.
This was incredible. I had a lot of long nights the last 3 nights, you know, fucking 2 in the morning. I haven't seen 2 in the morning in like 15 years. And the amount of effort that went into this from everyone around the room was it was so validating to see all the people. And it's just nice to see people from every corner of the island come together in one place that don't get to interact with one another every day. Honestly, it's an honor on my part to even be involved in this. So I'm happy to sit back and take everyone's feedback. I'm just happy to be a part of it. Happy to see it unfold the way that it did. You guys all did incredible today.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right. Fuck yeah. Jason?
Oh, and microphone guy.
ahead.
Microphone guy, fucking, you stole the day. Like, he needs to own it.
Yeah,
You gotta put
I
a bed up
agree.
there and like food and water for him and shit. You could
Yeah.
just live up there.
I agree.
Chester the Anderson's Bargains, and I think it's pronounced.
Good luck pronouncing his full name. It's a little longer than that.
Yeah, it's a little bit.
Yeah, a lot of
Chesterson, I don't know.
A lot of these guards are from the prison back in the day, so they've gone through hell.
Oh,
hell that is Dogtown. And
Okay,
now
don't
they're here with all that
look into
experience.
that. No, I wasn't. No.
Quite frankly, I was ranked above
No.
Bobby in Dogtown.
I don't know
Really?
if that's the thing you should brag about.
Okay.
Did you hire him, Carmine, or is that a quantum hire?
Who? Chester?
Yeah.
Who did Quantum?
Shit, I think everything's
There's
about
a
me.
reason Quantum's chief and I'm director. Yeah, no, that's a me hire.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Jason?
Okay. I also have a list, though not as long. If we don't care about the quality of the items, then this doesn't necessarily matter. But setting a minimum quality for the items that we accept. Setting a maximum number of items on the website if storage is an issue. I don't think this is so much an issue at the moment, but if people notice downstairs, those bottom doors don't lock. So setting a foyer or something with a door that restricts access to the storage area.
Oh, okay.
Jason,
Depending.
can I quickly, before you move on,
Yes.
On your point regarding inventory, if we are at our target inventory for an item in the system, sales will lock. Just an FYI. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. I did not know that.
Yep,
Okay.
yep. And that's actually, and one thing we want to monitor too is if we find that something's not selling and we think we're holding on to too much of it, it kind of points at, hey, we should cap this sooner. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know there was already a cap built in. Okay, perfect.
Maybe we should display that.
Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah. Maybe if you're logged in as staff or even just naturally what the cap is. I think the cap being viewable by the public isn't a bad thing either.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I think
Yeah,
if
'cause
I
if
as a
somebody's-
customer wanted to buy something for like PD, I'm like, or like I want to sell something, I'm like, oh shit, let me get a bunch of these. I should know whether we're buying one or whether we're buying 15. You know what I mean? That's going to change my work day.
Yeah. We could do like a quantity, current quantity out of target quantity, like 25 out of 100, and that's what people would see when they look at it.
Yep.
That would be great because people kept asking me, how many of these can I sell? And I'm like, well, today I'll buy as many as you bring me. So
Yeah. Good
just
idea.
because I wasn't sure.
Or maybe like a stock and it says like 13 out of 20. So that means there's 7. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That gives a lot more information through that way. Okay. Love it.
Okay.
Love it.
Perfect. Thank
Yep. Anything else, Jason?
Yeah, I have a few more. I mentioned the foyer. If Natalia could do that. I don't know how much we are concerned about it, but it's just a security risk with anybody being able to walk through those doors. Depending on how long we are open for, maybe setting a block hour limit for booths. So if we're open for 4 hours, if we have people waiting to sell at a booth, blocking that out for like 2 hours per vendor or something along those lines. Today it wasn't an issue, but as word spreads, we may have more vendors, so we might need to spread that out a little bit more.
That is a really good point. I mean, we filled the booths in what, 15 minutes?
We had 1 booth left. Yes.
That's insane.
Something we can try to do too is direct the food vendors to the 2 spots that are not designated per se, but more designed for food. So like the wagon over there, for example, and then the one with the fridge back there. That would free up other spots.
What if?
Okay. Yeah, I don't think we knew about like we could use the wagon because, I think Big Dog Noodle was just here before we even got over here, so they had already set up in booth 1.
Yeah, you can go inside that wagon. It's pretty great, actually.
Let me ask something. Is it worth us considering that we put some stalls on the next level, maybe in the center?
We could, yeah.
That way we don't disrupt what's on the outside while having some space at the top. That might be a good alternative as well.
What about the 2 stalls, the one on the right and the left of the door? We could just have all staff in the giant desk at the entrance and have everyone there instead of divided into 3 desks, and those 2 desks can also become booths.
Okay. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, I think
I see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely opportunities for expansion. We can spread out as much or as little as we need to.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the reason too I'm thinking is like it might be worth leaning more on the expansion side since it's a harder pitch to be like, "Hey, you guys have been doing great today. Your time's up."
Right.
Yeah.
I can also put something where the arcade is at right now, or a couple, since that is not going to be up and running until I can find out how to get those machines.
Okay.
So I can put 1, maybe 2 over there.
Oh, what
just to
component
kind of-
do you need for it?
I need arcade machines, which I'm pretty sure can only be got through pawn if you have a high enough rep with the guy.
Oh.
Yeah. I've been calling
What
around,
the
but I've had no
fuck?
bites yet. Yeah.
Okay. Do you know who Peanut is?
Yes, I think so.
I know what happened to his mom at the council meeting a long time ago.
Oh, what happened?
We don't talk about
We don't talk about that.
Oh.
We're talking about things.
Okay.
I've heard I'm to blame.
Okay.
Well, I guess that then leads me into my next point is when Alejandro came in after we were closed and we were in our meeting, he was asking because he saw on the website there's a place for donation. What sort of donations are we looking for? He was asking it, you know, he doesn't do sanitation, so he can't collect materials, but would he be able to donate money for us to buy materials? That sort of stuff.
Oh.
This
So
is the goals, right?
yeah.
Yeah, the goals.
Okay,
Yes.
I think we scrap the goals personally. I think we so high level the originally when we were planning this place like 6 weeks back, the idea was that some of the city would come together and donate the parts used to build this place. We then that was kind of the intent of the goals. However, as you know, our timeline sort of got delayed by 6 weeks for a number of reasons, right? Waiting for construction, all like a bunch of political shit we had to deal with, et cetera, et cetera. I think the value proposition for the city constructing it didn't bite at the level I think we initially garnered. So I think we just kind of get rid of that sort of that page and instead iterate on the concept of contracts. And contracts are an idea where we can give people an assignment to do, and if they fulfill that assignment, they get a reward. But even as I think about this now, I think the feedback we get from the construction team might be worth waiting on before I think we just get rid of the contracts for now and wait for construction, because we might be able to dole them out in a more interesting way. So for example, someone can come through and get a contract for 100 wood, or they may get a contract for you know, something else. And yeah, so
Okay. Then I have just one last piece of feedback that was given to me today. Is we need a slide from the upper level to the lower level with a ball pit at the bottom.
Oh, yes.
That could not happen.
Oh,
yes. I said I would pass it on. Therefore, I have finished my part.
As cool as that would be, that cannot happen.
That would be sick.
This would be really useful for security to get down really quickly. So I almost think
God.
this is necessary.
Yeah, like a firefighter's pole, but
yeah, I was
better.
gonna say, can security get a fireball?
okay. Beautiful, beautiful. I imagine there's no ball pits in the
No,
catalog.
there's not. No.
Okay. All right, fantastic. Anything else, Jason?
No, that was my whole list, other than what Tweety mentioned earlier.
Okay, fantastic. Archibald?
Well, honestly, I haven't been around for the past couple days because I've been out doing my own thing. So I haven't been here for a lot of the last bits of setup. So I'm going to give you my perspective as somebody who came in mostly as a customer, and it was nice just coming in, seeing all the people around. The place very much felt alive. It was a good selection of different booths. I like seeing multiple different food places here and a couple of different spots actually. I ended up picking up a couple of things myself, so it was nice to see people being able to actually express their creativity. I know Cuddles was definitely super excited about being able to get her business out here, so that was awesome. Security seemed to be on the ball doing their job, which is definitely what you wanted to see when it's coming through here. not going to pull punches when I say that I was a little bit worried about how things would go today as far as if security would be able to handle anything that happened, but thankfully it was relatively uneventful and everybody held their own, so hell yeah on that. Yeah, it was mostly I had that ambiance of a place of where I could come and hang out and just browse around, shop a little bit, and chit chat with people, which is exactly what I was hoping to find here. So
Yes,
yeah, great job.
Agreed.
Just you wait till we get real weaponry.
Jesus.
I'm just hoping you guys get like segways or scooters or something.
That would be cool.
Ooh, that would be.
All right. Michael?
Already went.
Oh, yes.
I have a suggestion I want to push through real quick.
Okay.
I don't know if most of you were probably around 6 years ago when the what was it called? The farmers market was a thing in the PIA.
Yeah.
How some of the stalls had like banners that people could put things on. I feel like something like that would make not only the retailers more attached to their booths, but it'll make it easier for
100% agreed.
For the people browsing to like navigate to what they want too.
I really want to see. Now, I do not believe, like, disclaimer, red letters, marquee lights, etc. Like, hashtag concerning. This is probably not going to happen, but I would love if that building over there, based on your performance on the stalls here, that building over there turns into a multi, outlet, like an outlet with like 40 different spots in it, and up to 40 different companies can run in it with their own little customizable cubes. I imagine like the construction to do that probably isn't available, but that to me is like would be sick. An alternative to which, and this is something I discussed with someone a long time ago, is if like today when you put the shutters down right at the food stall, that if there was a way that you could like select, like maybe there's only 20 right like mall outlets, but if you go through the proper steps here inside those 20, there's like a you say sign up, right? And when you put the shutter up, your particular outlet and the layout you set up is behind the shutter. You kind of getting what I'm saying? So that is something I'm going to discuss. I doubt it's going to happen, but something like that would be great. Shit, I got to take this. Give me just 1 sec. Feel free to chat among yourselves. Right.
Okay. So, Nino, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
What happened with this dispensary shit or whatever? Did everyone get approved? That's going to get approved already?
Yeah, it's already approved.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you mean weed dispensaries?
CSM. Yeah, the weed dispensaries.
Yeah, weed dispensaries have been a thing for 2 months.
Okay. I'm assuming you guys probably already have
we do have dispensers, yeah. But
question. How long are you gonna be around for?
I'm gonna be around for 2 hours.
Okay. I'm about to do a job, and if I'm done before then, I need to meet up with you and talk to you about some stuff.
Okay. Yeah, 100%. Let me ask you something. Is shit going down on the outside?
What do you mean?
Okay. There's been fucking explosions. There's been like talks about threats on judges. There's been like, it's been fucking wild. We had explosions here at the Kortz Center. Apparently there's like fucking airplanes. I don't know. I'm hearing I've been working at the Kortz Center all day.
Oh.
Yeah, we did our beta test, but I've been hearing like it's been fucking wild out there.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you, the last 2 days we've been doing Hydro Olympics, so anything that's been happening, I'm completely unaware the last 2 days.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. Okay. All right.
Pretty unaware of stuff.
All right, easy. I'll if I hear anything, I'll let you know. And
sounds good.
Oh yeah, get all your people to vote for me.
Okay.
You're such a fucking liar. You're voting for Letson. Why are you saying okay?
Oh, sorry. No. Listen, I'm trying to do a job, Nino. I'm trying to do a job. That's why.
No,
Sorry.
no, you're good.
Okay.
All right, yeah,
Bye,
we'll
bye,
talk
bye.
soon. All right.
Okay.
Bye. I love Flippy so much, dude. Oh, that was so funny.
Yeah, I thought it was in the
Silent's one of my favorite people to RP with, honestly.
Yeah, well, it's in there as like Monday, Tuesday, Friday, Saturday. But if we're just doing Saturday, probably
Yeah,
update it so
yeah,
they know.
update it. Yeah.
How many sign?
oh.
Who knows how many signups we got today?
Is Corolla's over there. All right. All right, once Corolla's back, we'll continue to chat.
I was asking how many signups we got today on the website.
Oh, I don't know. We do need that metric, I think.
We had 11 vendors sign up. I don't know if there's a back end way to see like actual website signups, because I helped quite a few people. I know
Thank you,
Tweety
Mehdi,
helped quite a few people. I saw Michael helping people.
Yo, Monster, thank you for 40
so
months.
I'm guessing a bunch.
Does everyone receive the same code?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, that doesn't work. But
generated and you get one code.
yep. All right. Corolla.
Honestly, I just want to thank everyone here for
Okay. Yeah, you gotta go.
Yelling.
I'm sorry, I thought it was yelling. I honestly just want to thank everyone here for all the amazing work you guys did today. Security, thank you. We had a situation
Mr.
where
Coleman.
It's us.
there was he had a muscle spasm, and very quickly security was there to make sure that there was nothing afoot. We had 2 other situations that Carmine and his amazing security team did a very good job at handling. Thank you so much, gentlemen. The front desk and also the assistants on the 2 side desks were on point. Thank you so much, guys. Amazing. Of course, I'm sure everything down in the merchandising area, the buying and selling. Thank you, Kevin, for everything you did. And of course, where is he hiding? No, he gone. Michael, and of course, Nino, for everything you've done.
Yeah, of course.
It was beyond my wildest dreams what happened today. People were enjoying themselves. They were excited. And I just thank you.
Hell yeah.
That's really all I can say. Thank you, everyone.
Hell yeah.
For making it amazing.
I mean, hey, it's all right. Any general feedback as to like what you think could be improved or should be put into consideration?
Not that hasn't been mentioned.
Okay.
To be honest.
Easy.
Everything went really, really smoothly today.
All right.
I wasn't given any sort of negative feedback from people. So, yeah, I think everyone had a really good time.
Hell yeah. I think,
So, no, I'm good.
hell yeah. I want to like, I want to circle back on what you said. I think even when I look around the circle, everyone is from different parts of the city, right? With their own networks and whatnot. And I think that in and of itself is a reason why this project was successful. It was many good people coming together and making something amazing come to life. And I'm very excited to see what the future of this place ends up holding. I think over the next day or so, I'm going to be reaching out to vendors. I recommend the managers as well. Reach out to some of the vendors, see what they got to say. And what we will do is, obviously, I'm in the midst of campaign season 2, so I'm kind of having to juggle 2 things. And but I want to by tomorrow, because I always like to sleep, give it a night to let my ideas sort of and feedback kind of like marinate a bit. Tomorrow I'm gonna start putting some kind of list together for some things we can update on the site and all these, you know, we'll like going to marinate on it. And we'll have some changes for Saturday. We'll like iterate on it. I'm also going to see if I can get some earlier feedback from construction, see if we can get us some minor things into place, specifically like the ATM, maybe the, you know, the parking, like minor things that can increase our quality of life. But yeah, this is awesome. Anything else anyone wants to say before we kind of break here? All right. Okay.
I think I'm going to take a nap.
Winslow. That's what I
Hell
thought.
yeah. Yeah, hell yeah. Hey, fantastic job, each and every one of you. Please, on the website, please put in how many hours you worked today. And we're going to send out paychecks. Everyone know how to do that on the timesheet?
Yes, sir.
All right, easy.
Wait,
And
we're
we'll give that
getting
a-
paid?
Figure it out.
Yeah, 100%. Everyone's getting paid here. All right. All right, beautiful. All right, guys,
Great
thank you so
job,
much.
guys.
Good shit. Yep. All right.
If you were here